Hola chicas, your season sis here with the latest episode that I am calling Free to Move About the World Solo. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share. This podcast is the audio version of a 2022 blog post of the same name. I have woven in some new insights, randomness, and tangents. I reread all of my exclusivity posts and made a few tweaks to many of them. Exclusivity is my first stab at blogging. Bessie Coleman was not included in the original 2013 version. This pioneering woman was determined to fly and perform stunts on airplanes when very few people on the planet in 1921 could conceive of doing such things. When the opportunity to achieve her dreams was non-existent in Texas, she moved first to Chicago, then to Paris, France, for flight and performance training. Bessie would not be restricted by the times, her race, or her gender. Permission or support from the general population was not something she waited to receive. We can take a page from Miss Coleman's passport and go to places we've never seen. By the way, she is one of my single sheroes. Whether your singleness is for a lifetime or a season, we all need to enjoy our own company. This also goes for married folk. This may mean going places solo. Have you ever skipped an opportunity for fun or enrichment just because you didn't have anyone to go with you? If you have, did you wonder what or who did I miss? Was a potential friendship or romance thwarted because you were afraid to go alone or to be perceived as lonely? Remember, being alone does not equate to loneliness. We spend far too much time reading other people's minds. We think that they are looking at us thinking, look at that poor pitiful child over there. So sad that she has no friends. Don't nobody like her. We assume that they are shaking their heads on our behalf. The people at the places are enjoying themselves, not analyzing our status. Because I have the luxury of being responsible for only myself, I can be spontaneous. It is nice to have company along for the ride. But if an opportunity comes up and my friends have other plans, if I really want to go, I do. There are times when I am more adventurous than others. My rule of thumb is for daytime trips, activate the GPS. For nighttime excursions or to unfamiliar destinations, take a buddy. When you go with friends, you tend to spend the majority of the time talking to them. If others converse with you, they may do so within the context of the group. As a courtesy, you don't ignore the folks you came with. I am not the most outgoing person, so going someplace by myself encourages me to reach out and initiate a conversation with others. Before I know it, my focus shifted from how I came by myself to how glad I am that I didn't let an empty passenger seat keep me at home. Iyanla Van Zant's advice to single women include doing things with girlfriends. I would take that advice further. We should not stop going places, doing things, or expanding our horizons just because no one else can or will accompany us. Don't limit yourselves by waiting for someone to ride shotgun. Season sis, where do I begin? Your church may have small groups. Eventbrite offers events in person and virtual and meetups. There are also Facebook groups. Your public library publishes community events quarterly. It will take some exploration and stepping outside of your comfort zone. Feel the fear and do it anyway. There may be some misses, but keep at it until you make some hits. FOMO, fear of missing out, should overrule fear of going solo. Like Dora, I am still exploring new places to enlarge my horizon. Throwing out the net will gain more acquaintances and perhaps friends. There are people out there who have the same interests and have already done things that I want to do and have been to some of the places I want to go, and vice versa. I might also meet someone who has lived a fascinating life and is doing things that I have never even imagined. To find out who and where these people are, I need to fire up the plane a little more often. I intend to fly solo to new places across the U.S. or even abroad. Genesis 5:11, New International Version says, "It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery." The context of this verse is Paul is debating with people about whether or not circumcision is mandatory. Jesus came because mankind could not keep the law. We don't need to do rituals to make us right with God because Jesus paid it all. I believe Bessie Coleman, the first African American and the first Native American woman pilot, lived out a modern application of this verse. She did not let herself be yoked with racism, sexism, limited imagination, and cultural expectations. Single women do not have to be yoked by internal or external pressures to change their status. Where have your adventures taken you? Did you go out with your girls, family, or solo? Share it in the comments. This is your seasoned sis saying thanks for joining me. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share. Until next time, later girlies.